All right. Happy Tuesday, everybody. So today we're going to be doing our Pilates repertoire standing. We're going to challenge ourselves by doing a majority of the exercises in a standing vertical position, which puts us in a position to challenge our balance in addition to our core in a very odd way compared to how we usually do it. But the reality is this is what we do most of the day, right? Our bodies, our trunks are typically in an upright position. A lot of us stand for many hours at a time, or we're seated for many hours at a time. So how to organize and keep our core active when we're standing on top of our legs is important. So I think that this class is going to be a valuable one for your physical body so that you can enjoy your verticality. Ooh, that sounds fancy, right? Okay, so here we go. We're going to start, feet are wide. So as I mentioned a moment ago, but not on the recorded screen, if you'd like to keep your shoes on, if you have athletic shoes that you like to work out in, this might be a good class for you to grab those shoes and strap them on your feet, especially if you have bunions or any sesamoid issues, kind of toe ball issues, or anything like that, nerve issues in the bottoms of your feet. This might be a good class for that support. All right, here we go. Go ahead and open your arms out. We're going to reach up and down. Very simple. Up and down. So I'm bending, reaching, stretching. I'm bending in my hip joints, circling my arms out. I'm looking down, looking up, looking down, looking up. Already paying attention to my feet. Up. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale. Our breath doesn't happen in a vacuum, right? It affects actually every system of our body. Right now, we want it to affect our muscular skeletal system. 5 more. Inhale, exhale. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1, come down. Reach all the way up. And now we're going to go side to side. So arms out. We're going to do a side bend. Reach and reach. A little faster so we create some friction and heat. And reach. So imagine if we were seated at the beginning of class doing a big side bend, right? You'd start small and start making your way a little bigger every time. Bend, extend, side reach. This is the warm up, so take the movement to whatever range feels like it's helping you get warmed up, but don't challenge yourself to a full side bend if you're not feeling ready yet. Do take note which side bends easier. 4 more. Reach. 3 more each side. Keep those legs wide. 2. Bend, reach, bend, extend. 1 more each side, reach and reach. Perfect. Okay, now you're going to take your hands, interlace them, turn the palms forward, reach the arms up. So we're going to side bend to our right, come down, swing like over to your left leg, your right leg, left leg, come all the way up and side bend over to your left. So we're making a half moon. You ready? We go over to the right, down, and swing it around and back up. 2, and down, and up. 3. Lifting the entire abdominal cavity into the front of your body to support your spine. 4. Keep your knees soft if you need to. 5. And 6, really open up that left side to whatever feels good. 7, and up, and 8, 2 more, 9, and up. Last one, 10, and other way. So first we're going to come over, down on our left, around, over to the left, and again. 2, and reach, and down around. A big C. You're going to the right side of the room, coming down the left, Back over to the right side as you swing up and around to the left and back to the right. Bring a little bit of swing into it, but it's a controlled swing. So there's ease, rhythm. It's called joint play when your body can move with ease. 6 and down and up. Lift your heart and down and 7. This is one of those that's like, wow, it actually is a lot more involved than it seems like it would be. 2 more. Reach and down. Last one and reach and down. Perfect. And then come all the way up and let that go. Whew. Okay, feeling good, right? Feeling ready, especially through the waistline. Okay, so now we're going to work our feet. So take a minute to look down at your feet and toes. I want you to pull up all 10 toes. Pull up all 10 toes. We can't do balance work without our feet healthy and functioning well. So I'm pulling up all 10 toes and then lowering all 10 toes down. Lift up, pull down, up and down. So I'm focusing just on my toes, not on my toe balls. I'm not flexing my ankles back, right? I'm just lifting my toes. 6 more. 6, down, 5, down. Now listen to this cue. For the next 4, you're going to lift up. See what happens with the arches of your feet. Do you feel how the arches of the feet get activated? Now, as you bring your toes down, keep those arches lifted, right? So we pull up the toes, and I'll kind of bring the screen down so you can see what I'm talking about. I don't have the most beautiful feet in the world, but okay. So I'll do it here. Can you see? So I lift up my toes, and then do you see how it lifts the arch of my foot? And then when I come down, I'm not collapsing my arch. I'm actually keeping the arch up, and then I bring my toes down. So if you have a yoga practice, this is an active part of your yoga practice. Toes up, toes down, but arch stays lifted. The toes lifting up turns on the muscles of the arch of the feet. As you lower the toes down, keep those arches up. That's part of the practice. So let's do 4 more like that now that you've kind of got a little view of what specifically I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. 4 more, and then we're going to play around with it. So all 10 toes up. As you bring your toes down, keep those arches lifted. That's strengthening the arches, which are your shock absorbers. 3 more. Lift up and toes down. 2 more. Up and toes down. You feel you need to focus. Last one. Up and toes down. Okay, here's your challenge. Can you lift up 2, so not your thumb toes, keep your thumb toes down, but lift up 2, 3, 4, and 5 without collapsing through your ankles? That's hard, right? And then what are your hands doing? All right. Okay, now you're going to put 2, 3, 4, 5 down and pick up your big toes, just the big toes, and then put big toes down, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. And big toes up, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. So if you need to look at your toes, look at your toes. Otherwise, you're looking straight ahead. And big toes down, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, big toe up. And change, big toes down. Change, big toes up. Change, big toes down. Change, big toes up. Change, big toes down. Ooh, up, good. And keep going. Change and change. 2, 3, 4, 5 up. 2, 3, 4, 5 down. That's it. 4 more. Change. 3 more. Yes. Change. 2 more. Seems so simple. Change. Next time you're standing in line at a coffee shop, you can start doing this. 1 more. Last time. Isn't that amazing? Okay. Now, I'll walk that out a little bit. Okay. Do you ever do that? Like you're standing in line, thinking about something, and people are like, next, next, next. That would be me if I was doing this exercise. Okay, so now you're going to be in a bent knee position. Bent knee position. I'm going to stay low with my trunk, and I'm going to lift just my arches, which is, of course, going to lift my lower legs. And my hips are not my hips up, but my knees up. So knees up, knees down. But the reason those knees are coming up is because you're lifting your arches, right? Arches up. Arches down. Arches up. You can move your arms too. Here we go. 8 and 7. Now, when you lift your arches up and come up to this kind of low squat, are you able to push down into the big thumb toe side rather than the pinky side? 5 more. 5 and 4. This is waking up our balance. 3 and 2 and 1. Awesome. Okay, now we're gonna lift just the arches, come up to standing, lower down, bend, lift just your arches, stand up and releve, down, bend, reach everything up, up, woo, down. 4 more, bend, lift those arches up, stand up, whoa boy, down. 3 more, bend. I am not immune to gravity. 2 more, bend, lift, up, down, last one, bend, lift those arches, stand up, whoo, down, nice, okay, right, feel those arches? Yes, we want those working. Okay, so we're gonna do a little high knees here. Just starting to connect the core to the leg that's lifting. Little percussive breaths, almost like we're doing hundreds, if you can kind of imagine that. It's that like sock to the stomach, right? So, I know it sounds so violent, but I want you to feel that kind of jolt in your core from your pelvic floor and your abdominals. 5 more, 5 and 4 and find your balance, 3 and 2 and 1. Awesome. Okay, just on your right leg, you're going to come up onto your toe balls and you're just doing some ankle circles here, just preparing your ankles for more balancing stuff so that when you lose your balance, you're not going to tweak an ankle as you kind of are trying to adjust. And then go the other direction. So I'm rolling and moving. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, standing on your right leg. Here we go. Left leg circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2. Move from the ankle. 3. Let not the knee guide, but the ankle, right? See if you can put your attention down on the ankle joint. 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Okay, so from here, we're going to go ahead and do standing. You ready? So we're going to bring those arms out. Bring the arms up. You're going to put one hand in front of the other, and you're actually pressing your hands onto each other. Okay, so I'm pushing my right hand onto my left hand. My left leg is my standing leg. My right leg is behind me, and I'm going to pull and push my hand against my thigh, thigh against my hand, and go back again. So you've probably seen these in fitness classes, probably even done them before. But I want it to be from that core's perspective, not the lunge and the thighs perspective. So every time you pull, I want it to come from your abs. I know it's tricky, but lift your pelvic floor, pull in your kittens. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Feel how balance is a thing on that left leg. 5, 4, 3, push, 2, 1. Changing legs. Okay. Now I'm standing on my right leg, left leg is my back leg. Change the hand that was pushing, right? So now I've got arms up, left leg back, right knee forward. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, push, 4, 5, 6. From your pelvic floor and core, pulling those kittens. 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Let's do that again. On to the first side again. So right leg back, left leg forward. Change your hands again that are stacked. Bend your elbows this time. Bent elbows. Inhale, exhale, and press 1, 2. This time I want you to round your spine. 3, 4, 5. So we're going into our curl. 6. If we were lying on the mat, we'd be rounding our spine, curling up with our upper body. 8, 9, 10. Changing sides. Okay. Now you're standing on your right leg, left leg is going to be back, elbows are bent, inhale. So it's a curl of the upper body. Can you see this, right? It's like when we're doing our mat work and we're pressing our back ribs into the rib cage, same thing. And we're rounding our back into a curled back. 1, 2, 3. Kittens are doing the work here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 10. Awesome. Okay, genie arms. We Pilates people love our genie arms. So we're gonna do high knees. 1, 2, trying to touch our elbows, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's your balance? 8, 9, 10 more. Every time you lift those knees, I want pelvic floor deep abs working. 7, 6, 5. Don't let your back round. No, we're not rounding anymore. Stay tall. And 3, 2, 1. Arms up. 1, 2, 3. So if we're not paying attention, your thighs are going to start getting tired. What I mean is your core then isn't lifting and doing its part. So make sure you're lifting your core. 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms down, down, right? 3, 4, 7, 8. Now we're going to twist to the bent knee side. 10. So if I'm bringing up my left knee, I'm twisting to my left, then twisting to my right. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Bring it down. Pause a moment. Take your left leg back. Right leg forward. Let's lunge it. Stretch your left arm up to the sky. Reach up. So here you are. You're reaching up. And then your side bending over to your right. And then come back up. Inhale. Exhale. Side bend. And up. 2 more. Last one. Excellent. Bring that down, changing legs. So left leg forward, right leg back. Here you go. Right arm up and side bend over. 1. Exhale, lift up and over. 2. And 3. And 4. Last one. 5. Excellent. And bring that all the way in. Okay. So now we're going to stand on our right leg. Left leg is going to be out to the side. We're going to have our hands actually not behind our head, but on our shoulders. So you're going to be standing on your right leg. Okay. You're going to come in, bend, touch left or right elbow to left knee. And I'm twisting my body. Now, when we do this one, we tend to want to drop down and fold into a tuck. I want your heart up, your chest up, core strong. Don't compress your kittens. Let your kittens pull into the front of the body. So here we go. Inhale, exhale, 1. 15 of these. 2, 3, stay tall. 4, 5, 6, 7. So every time you pick up that leg, it's those low, deep abs. 9, it's not your quad. 10, your quad's helping. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's change sides. Okay, now all of our weight is over on our left leg. Shoulders are relaxed, elbows are wide. We're standing on our left leg, bringing up that right leg as we twist around to our right. 1, 2, stay tall. 3, 4. This would be like our single leg stretch with a twist. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay tall. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Awesome. Give it a moment. Now we're going to do the high knee variation. So you're going to reach up, sorry, you're going to reach and come back up to high knees. That's what I wanted to do. I kind of wrote down a little list of exercises, so I kind of kept myself on track. So we're going to come up to our high knees. I'm going to recommend that GNR position because it gives your elbows a natural landmark, excuse me, your knees a natural landmark to reach to. Up, up, up. Pelvic floor, lifting abs. Remember, we're not tucking the spine, so I'm not rounding and arching, right? A neutral pelvis, neutral spine, just like on the mat. 6 and 5, you're getting your heart rate up a little bit. 4, feeling sweaty. 3, that's good. That's why we're here. 2 and 1. Good. Now we're going to stand back onto our right leg. Left leg is going to be out here. Both arms are reaching long. So this time I'm pulling down like I'm pulling a ball, touching the ball to my left knee and reach back out again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be another abdominal variation if we were lying on our back. 7, 8, 9. Focus on that standing leg as well. 12, 13. Pelvic floor deep abs. 14, 15. Awesome. Other side. So now, oh, my mat is moving. I swear this room is on a tilt because every time my mat gets pushed over back to the back wall. So definitely, it's probably user error, but I notice it every time. Okay, whoosh, here's your ball, right? You put the ball, imaginary ball between your hands. If it's better for you to hold the magic circle and feel that, you can do that. Pulling down, ball to knee, knee to ball, and go back out again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Okay. Whew. We're going to do one more high knees. Why high knees? Why so many? Because this motion is not to mention like our walking, but it's such potential for collapse that to challenge us to stay up tall as we're lifting from our core and not overworking our legs is a great thing to challenge. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, kittens in, 4, 3, stay tall with the chest, 2, 1, awesome. Okay, so this next one is gonna feel and look a little like Jane Fonda, but imagine we're doing mermaid, right? So mermaid is the one where we're seated and we side bend, we're kind of planking up, and then we come down, right, into a side bend, or we come into a plank where we're dipping. In other words, it's all side body. You may not remember the names of the exercises, but just picture yourself side planking, reaching, coming up, bending, and reaching. See where this is headed? Okay. So if this arm down is helping you kind of make sense of the exercise and feel it more naturally in your body, let's do that. So here we go. I'm standing on my left leg and it's a straight leg this time. The other exercises, my bent knee or my standing leg was bent. This time it's straight. So I'm pushing down with my left arm, reaching up with my right arm, and I'm side bent. Then I come back up, balance, touch elbow to knee, knee to elbow, and reach back out again. 1. Squeeze this waistline. 2. 3, really as best as you can, shape shift. 4, make a big side bend. 5, your right leg is going out to the side. 6, and 7, and 8, yes, 9, reach, 10, reach. Let's stretch it here. So you're going to just bend now your left knee and side bend over. If you have a strong yoga practice and you want to take it into side angle pose, you can go ahead and open up into warrior 2, bring your elbow down, and then reach it up and over into your side angle pose. If you don't want to do it that way, you don't have to. You can do it in a way that works for you. So lifting those top ribs up, but please draw the pelvic floor up into the pelvic bowl. Draw the pelvic elevator up and then pull those kittens in. One more breath. Excellent. And come all the way back up. Okay, kind of heel toe or walk yourself back in. Now all of our weight is on our standing leg, our right leg. Left leg is out. So picture side bend, mermaid, side bending mermaid, right? Here, coming down and lift, right? So it would be like if we were doing some variation like that, right? Okay, I tried. Okay, so just to give you kind of a sense and context of what we're working with here. So you're gonna reach, ooh, yes. And then you come back up, balance on your right leg as you side bend, and then you reach and touch, and reach, and touch, and reach, and squeeze. Make a point to shape shift. See if you can hold this left side bend an extra second from your obliques. Reach, 4 more. Reach, 3 more. Reach, 2 more. Last one. Reach, and either just stay up here, stretch it here, or if you want to, open your arms, turn your right leg to the right, widen your stance, bring your right elbow down onto your knee, and elongate your whole side body. Think about lifting. In this posture, we're going to lift up and over. Pure side angle pose is much more about the hips. We are actually pushing into our right elbow, lifting up that left rib cage, activating through the pelvic floor and core, opening the heart up to the sky. Keep side bending, side bending, side bending. Last big breath. Excellent. And then come all the way up. Kind of heel toe yourself in. Whew, don't you feel so much taller? Okay, so from here, we're gonna do hundreds. Who doesn't want to do hundreds? See, I'm telling you, this mat, this room is on a tilt. Okay, so hundreds. Option, you're going to pull your heel back and you're gonna work your hamstring as you pulse into your hundreds. Option 2. So these are not one easier, one harder, okay? This is options for what you're feeling your body needs right now. Knee forward, right? We just did a lot of knee forward. So I'm thinking I kind of want to take my leg back and try to pull my heel to my booty, okay? While we are balancing, for our hundreds, okay? So in for 5, out for 5, 5 on this side, 5 on the other. Yes. All right, here we go. You ready? So either heel is back behind your center and your thighs line up with each other, or you're forward, you're still going into that flexion of the hip. Both options are absolutely fine. Please stand on your left leg, bend your right knee, bring both knees towards each other if you're doing the variation where your thighs are kind of in line with each other. So look down, make sure that that's happening. Shoulders back, here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift the pelvic floor, deep abdominals. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Last one on the side. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Changing legs. Here we go. Inhale. Activate the hamstring of your left leg if you're doing the variation where your knees are flush. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Two more, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it down. Fantastic. Eve's lunge. So you're going to stand on your right leg. Left leg is going to be the lengthening leg back. So we kind of did this a little bit ago when we did a little stretch when we went up and over. This variation of Eve's lunge is going to be a little more mobile. So I've got my right foot anchored. My right knee is directly in line with my right ankle. It's not beyond it. Please be mindful of that, okay? So I'm straight with my left leg. Both hands are forward as if my hands are on the foot bar, really reaching back with my left leg. Then I'm going to bend my knee. Inhale. Exhale, weight shift forward to my front leg, my right leg, and then drag my leg in. Okay, so we're literally doing it like you would on the carriage. Take your left leg, reach it back. So my weight shifts now back between both legs evenly. I've got 50% on my back leg, 50% on my front leg, pulling up through my core, curling my pubic bone forward. Inhale, exhale, I'm gonna bend my back knee, feeling a stretch in the front of my quadricep. Inhale, exhale, weight shift forward. This is different than on the reformer. And then drag that back leg in. Okay, 2 more times. Take your left leg back. Check out your body weight ratio, 50% front, 50% back. Not all back, not all front. Arms are forward as if they're pressing onto the foot bar. Roll the shoulders back. Bending your left knee as if opening up the front of the hip flexor a little bit more. Make sure that kneecap is looking at the floor. Inhale, exhale, shift your weight forward over your front leg and drag your body home. Last one. We're going back with our left leg. Body weight evenly distributed between both legs. Inhale, strong core, pubic bone curled forward. Even as you bend that left knee. Ooh, big quad stretch here. Inhale, exhale, shift weight forward onto my right leg and then drag it in and rest. So you should have felt a lot of weight on your right leg, especially towards the end, and a lovely stretch on your front left hip flexor. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. I'm going to turn. You don't have to turn. You can just change legs. I'm going to adjust my mat. Okay, so now I'm going to take my right leg back. Both hands forward. I'm standing on my left leg, taking my right leg back. Right, one side often is more flexible than the other. Curl the pubic bone forward as that right leg is back in space. Inhaling here. Exhale, bending the right knee. Keep curling the pubic bone forward as you bend that right knee. Hopefully feeling a lovely quadricep stretch on that right leg. Shift your weight forward onto your left leg and then drag that leg in. Inhale, exhale, extend back your right leg. Check your pelvic alignment. You're not in an arch. You are curling your pubic bone forward while your left leg is stretching back. Zip up through the pelvic floor and core. Both hands forward. Inhale, exhale, bending that right knee. Curl the pubic bone forward even a little bit more. And shift your weight forward onto your left leg. Come all the way in. 2 more. Reach back with your right leg. Curl the pubic bone forward. Inhale. Exhale, bending that the right knee as you keep curling the pubic bone forward. Inhale, shift your weight onto the front left leg, coming all the way in. Last one. Reach back. Stretch the leg back in space. Keep the pubic bone curled forward, bending the knee, keep curling the pubic bone. Big breath in, exhale, coming forward and rest. Ha. That's a lot of legs, just like Eve's lunge on the reformer, right? Okay, so from here, I'm gonna take out I had a single leg deadlift. I'm gonna just put that off to the side for a moment. Right now, what I'd like to do is just a little bit of arm work. So we haven't really done a lot of arms, obviously. This isn't particularly heavy because you have no weight. If you have little 2-3 pound weights, you can go ahead and grab them. We're going to start with the arms in the goalpost position. Okay. If you have shoulder issues, please be mindful. Okay. No shrugging your shoulders up to your ears. Shoulders are down. Elbows are wide 100% of the time. I like to bend my knees. Keep them a little bit soft, solid with my core. And here I go, reaching arms up, Parallel arms, 1, 2. So as my arms go up, I feel my shoulder blades travel down my back, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Now, if you just fully extend your arms, believe it or not, you will feel your triceps, 9. So make sure you're really reaching out those elbows, and 10. Excellent. Now bring your elbows into your side waist. Upper arms are snuggled into your side body. Lower arms are out in the shape of a letter W. Inhale, exhale, reach up to a V. 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5. What is your pelvis and spine doing? How about the abdomen? Is it lifting internally inside that pelvic bowl and lifting up your internal organs from the root all the way up to your navel center? 8, 9, 10. Go back to your scarecrow arms, to your goalpost arms. From here, you're going to turn your arms back. See that? Forward. External. Internal. 2. If you have weights here, unless they're if they're more than 2 pounds, I'd put them down right about now, because this is a lot for the rotator cuff. Believe it or not, even as simple as this is. 5, and down. 6, and down. 7. Feel your shoulder blades travel down the back, especially here. 8, and then keep them down there as you internally rotate. 9, and 10. Bring it on down. Roll the shoulders out. It's a lot, right? And gosh darn it, how come just the weight of my arms is making this work feel like work? Okay. No, we're not doing bicep curls, right, at the moment, but we're going to go back into this position. Go back up 1. So when I extend, I am pushing a heavy object in my mind's eye, turning on my triceps 100%. Like you're in downward facing dog, really extending through those elbows. And press 2, 3, push through both arms like you're standing on your arms. 4, 5, shoulder blades down. 6, 7, and 8. 2 more. 9, and 10. W to V. 1, 2. Elbows into your body. 3. Can you squeeze the shoulder blades together on your back for this variation? 4. I often don't cue that, but I'd like for you to do it right now. 5, 6, 7. Squeeze, which really means opening up the front of the body. 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Bring the arms down. Back up to goalpost arms. I know. What the heck? Why so challenging? Here we go. Internal, external. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Oh my gosh. 5. My arms are feeling this. 6, 7, and 8. You need your core right about now because your body's starting to get tired. 9, and 10. Oh, circle 1. Oh boy. 2, right? So amazing. 3. Okay. All right. So from here, good old tried and true. We're going to do these tight little Pilates arm circles, but we're going to do it standing the proper Pilates way in a small V. So it's balance, back to balance. So now we're starting to incorporate everything. It's legs, trunk, arms. So your feet are in a narrow position, kind of dancer's first plie position, right? We're not going to go down into the plie. We are going to come up in releve. So when you're in releve, you want to feel those heels together. So let me show you what I mean. And I know you know what releve means, but a lot of times when we're up in releve, we're out here, right? I want you to squeeze your heels together. I don't want you to focus on turning the toes out, okay? It's the heel squeeze. The heel squeeze is what connects all the way up the chain, okay? If we do the toes, it goes to the front of the chain, into the quadriceps. We're not looking to fire our quads. We are looking to fire the medial line, so the inside line of our leg, okay? That is where our balance lives. So when you're out here, think of Dorothy. Click your heels together. You can do it as many times as you want, but then stop now. Squeeze those heels together. Turn your palms up. Come up to releve. Keep squeezing your heels together like crazy. Here we go. Why am I circling my arms? Because this offers the arm and the trunk some challenge. 10 and 9. Woo! 8, squeeze the heels. 7 and 6 and 5 and 4. Breathing. 3, squeeze together. 2 and 1. Come on down and rest a moment. So with that heel squeeze, I don't know if you notice this or not, but it takes it out of just being in the calves and it puts it up higher. These are more endurance muscles. Calves are quick fire, right? Think of a sprinter. We're looking for like the longer, more endurance action, okay? So we're gonna do the same thing. We just had our palms up. We were circling backwards with our arm. Now you're gonna circle your arms forwards, okay? So squeeze those heels together. Don't worry about how big your turnout is because I can't see you. What really makes a difference is the quality of the squeezing of the heels, which translates to the inner thigh, pelvic floor, deep abdominals. Here we go. And circle, circle. Reach those fingertips long out to the sides of the room. Yes. Squeeze the heels. Heels together. Heels together. A little bit of releve. 10 and 9 and 8 and 7. 6 and pelvic floor deep abs. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Whew. Okay. Could you feel that? Right? Really where we want it. These are the muscles that give us the endurance. These are the muscles that give us power, if that makes sense. If I'm going to overly simplify it. One is a mover, one is a stabilizer. We need both. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to come down. Nice big knee bend. And we're going to come over to a big side bend. So everybody is bending their knees, coming into a squat. If you have a different variation that works better for you, please do that. Inhale. Let's turn to the sky. Side bend. And then come up, other side, over. I want to spend a little bit of time on the floor stretching our legs out. So I want to kind of start cooling down through the standing portion. We're going to do one more standing portion exercise. Actually, I lied. 2 more. And then we're going to make our way down to the floor. 1 more over to the side. See, isn't it different to exercise standing up? I mean, I say that knowing full well most people do. And come all the way, but taking your Pilates work vertical is different, right? Just imagine if you did your kind of treadmill workout lying on your back. In other words, if you had to move your legs that many times lying on your back, how unique that would be. Okay, I know, a little odd. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of back extension. So that's one thing we haven't really done yet. I said we were going to eliminate the single leg deadlifts. That's these guys here. So we are eliminating the single leg deadlifts, but we're reaching the arms forward. Inhale. As you exhale, you're going to reach your arms, sweep them down and back. So I've got my right leg forward, left leg back, and I'm reaching my arms backwards. Inhale, reach, lifting through my chest just a little bit. Exhale, coming down. So I'm really at a 45-degree angle against gravity, which is one of the most challenging positions to be in. Reach the arms way, way back. Inhale, up. Exhale, reach the arms way back. 3, inhale. And if you can come down a little bit lower, 4, even better. Nice and slow and smooth here. 5, we're building our back muscle strength by working against gravity here. So use your pelvic floor and core, just like as if we were lying on our stomach. 7, yes, I know that right leg is getting a workout. I can hear you. 8. Find the work into the core and the back muscles. 2 more. 9 and 10. Come on up. Huh. Okay. Other side. So we've got our left leg forward, right leg back. Arms up. So find that angle against gravity that's going to help you not stay so much in your legs, but really put the work into your back. Sweep those arms back, reach 1. 2, I'm not lifting and lowering my trunk. I'm staying in one position. That is whole point of this position. 3, if you need to come down a little bit more and it's not too heavy into your legs, 4, then come down a little bit more. 5, strong pelvic floor and core here. 6 and 7, 8, 2 more, 9 and 10. Awesome. Okay. Last variation is a side bend, or not side bend, kind of wide arms. So now we're going to take our arms, the right leg forward, left leg back, find that same position, and we're squeezing our wings behind us. So I'm trying to touch my pinkies to each other, open back out. 2, 3, find the lift of the pelvic floor and core. 4, pull in your kittens, please. 5, feel that internal core contraction, and with every exhale. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Surprising how much that works the back of the arms and your core and your back. Here we go. Last time, last leg in front. Good thing we don't have more legs, because we will put the other leg in front if we have a third leg, but we don't, so we don't have to worry about it. Okay, hinge forward. Open those arms out to a T. Find that nice alignment. Here we go. Reaching back. 1, 2, 3. Really open the chest here. 4. So that will mean your shoulder blades are sliding down your back. 5, and towards each other a little bit. 6. Just make sure you're not straining in your upper shoulders and your neck. 8. Pull in those kittens, please. 9, 10, and come all the way in. Oh my gosh. Dude, you guys, we did like 50 minutes standing. That was awesome. Really, really good. Okay, time to hit the ground. You ready? And I just called you all dudes, by the way. Like the loving version of the SoCal dude, you know? She could easily be a dudette. Okay. Huh. How do you feel? Good? Worked? Challenged? All those things? Okay, left leg to the sky. Reach that left heel. Elevate the heel. Imagine the heel bone could float. Could it float, float, float? It is a bone unto itself. It's called the calcaneus, and it needs to move actually inside the foot. The calcaneus has its own little dance. It's called the calcaneal spiral. Kind of neat to know. So I say that to remind us that the heel isn't fixed against the rest of the foot bones, but it's its own little bone. So imagine it kind of creating space inside your foot, stretching towards the very back of the skin of your foot. It's all fat pad back there. Thank goodness for that fat pad. Reach the heel to the sky. And as the heel goes higher, let the femur head sink deeper. So feel that opposition. It's a natural phenomena. Heel goes up, femur sinks down. So let's kind of animate it and put more pressure on that. Give it more of our attention. One more breath here. Okay, I'm going to give 2 variations for the leg going across the body. First variation is the one we traditionally do, where we keep our left hip down as we take our left leg across the body. Okay, so that is 100% perfect, viable, awesome, authorized by me, do that. Or the next one, you are actually going to lift your left booty up off of the mat, and you're going to roll over to the right hip and buttock, and you'll take your upper body, spiral it around to your left. So now we're getting a much bigger stretch. If this hurts, or you have SI instability, or disc issues that prevent you from taking a heavy leg over your body like this, don't do it. It is not authorized by me. Don't do it. But if it feels like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I needed, then do it. Pay attention to your body. Your body knows what it needs. Just listen to it. 3 more breaths here as you melt the tension away. 2 more breaths. Last big breath. Good. And then whichever variation you're doing, please bend the knee of the leg that's across your body, and then roll your pelvis and your trunk back into alignment. Okay, one more thing with that left leg. Go ahead and reach it up to the sky. And now open the left leg out to the left. So now I'm opening out, getting the inner groin, inner hamstring, all that good stuff. If you need to bend your knee a little bit because all you're feeling is pressure in the inner knee, that is not where we want the stretch. So bend the knee, please. Take care of your knee joints. We tend to think of stretching as like, but I'm stretching. It's supposed to feel tension. Not behind the knee. No, it's not. Feel the stretch of the inner groin where the pubic bone and the inner thigh muscle kind of meet, going about 3/4 of the way down the inner thigh. Any lower than that, and it's too much. You're starting to stretch the connective tissue at the knee, and the knee does not like that. One more breath. Excellent. And again, to return, please, my preference is you bend your knee and kind of softly fold your joints back into center, and then come down. Just give your body a rest. Just take a moment. Okay, I think we're ready for the other side. What do you think? So we're going to take now our magic circle. Slip our right foot into the magic circle. If you don't have the magic circle, you're using a yoga strap, totally cool with that too. I like the magic circle because my hands can just kind of hang. I don't have to work my arms so much. Okay, so remember what I talked about with the heel bone? The heel bone is its own awesome bone. It's amazing, actually. The amount that it endures, the amount of pressure it takes, the pounding, the walking. It's often the first thing to hit the ground, the toes and the heels, right? Toe balls. Let the heel reach to the sky while feeling that ever-present kind of sinking of the ball into the socket. And they're synergists. They work together, the heel and the head of the femur. And they're so far away from each other, but they are so connected. 2 more breaths here. One more breath. Okay, so now you're going to take your leg across your body. So option 1, right booty cheek stays down as you go across the room with the right leg crossing over to the left side of the room. Option 2, roll onto your outer left hip. Keep your leg extended. Open your right arm out to the right, and you can almost kind of spiral your upper body to the right as you're stretching that right leg across the body. It does need to be down on something. So if it does not rest comfortably down on something, either prop it with a bunch of pillows, or this is too deep of a stretch for your body yet at this point. Listen to your body. It knows what it needs. 3 more breaths here. 2 more breaths. And last big breath. Excellent. Okay, softly bend the knee, please. And initiate by rolling your pelvis onto the mat. And then bring the leg back up. Now we're going to open the right leg out to the right. It's stretching off to the right. Left arm can be angled out to the left. Left hip bone is down. Please don't tilt to the right with your pelvis. If you have a carpenter level on your pelvis, you would imagine the bubble staying absolutely still right into the middle, and breathe. Watch the tissue behind the knee joint. That is not where we want to put the stretch. We want the stretch to be way high up where the thigh bone meets the inner groin. You can feel the adductor magnus, kind of that real thick, fibrous feeling muscle connect tendon area. That's what we want to stretch. Couple more breaths here. Last big breath. Awesome. Gently bend that right knee, bring it in. Okay, now we're going to come up, across, onto all fours, and you're going to take your left foot forward into the space between your hands. We're going to lunge forward, opening up the right leg, then lunge back, stretching out the left hamstring. So I'm going to flip my foot up. Can you see that I'm doing that? And I'm going to move my hands with me, and then I'm going to come forward. Okay, and then I'm moving my hands back. So my hands are always under my shoulders. They're not out here. Okay, and forward. Picking up my hands, pushing through my heel, reaching back, trying to stay as flat with my back as I can, coming forward, and one more, back. Stay here in this position, and then come forward and stay here in this position, curling the pubic bone forward a little bit more. Excellent. And then let's bring that down, changing legs. Right foot forward, please, into the space between your hands. Make sure as you swung that right foot forward that you didn't swing your tail to the right, but that your tail is still angled directly behind you, not swinging right or left. And we're going to come back. Remember to move your hands with you. Flex your right foot, toes to the sky. Come forward, stretching the front of the left hip. And coming back, toes to the sky. Coming forward and backwards, 2 more toes to the sky and forward. Last one, back and stay here. 3 big breaths, fingertips directly under your shoulders to support you. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Stay lifted and connected to those kittens. They're there to support your spine. So make sure that you've got them snuggled into the front of you, not rounding, but to feel them supporting you. And then here we are into our front big lunge. Opening up, it's a low lunge, stretching through the hip, push down to the top of the foot. Last big breath. Excellent. And then let's bring that leg back, tuck the toes under, and make your way into Pilates inverted V. Walking in place here, scooping in and up with the pelvic floor and core, feeling the lift of the internal muscles of the pelvic bowl. The peritoneum, it's a sac. The peritoneum is a sac, right? And the perineum is a sac as well. Those sacs are attached to our abdominal muscle. So as you lift, you're actually lifting those sacs up, not just the organs themselves. Pretty cool, right? Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, press down into your feet and roll up one vertebra. Ooh, where'd I go? At a time. Come all the way up. Okay, 3 swings to finish. Here we go. Beautiful work today, everybody. That was hard. Reach up and down. 2 more. Last one. And we're done. Yay. Fantastic work. Wishing you a wonderful rest of your Tuesday.